My dear, where do I even start? My hands tremble as I attempt to convey this to you. There are emotions and thoughts I have never shared with anyone before, yet tonight, I can no longer keep them locked away. It is imperative that you understand my heart in its most genuine form. You have placed me in an incredibly distressing situation, and I do not express this from a place of anger or blame, but rather from a depth that only my soul can articulate. This connection we share has transformed me in ways I never anticipated, and there's no returning to the person I was before you entered my life. Every time I see your name or hear your voice in my thoughts, it feels as if time stands still. It feels as though a heavenly presence is whispering, "Take heed, this is the one your soul has yearned for." Yet, due to fear, external circumstances, and the chaos surrounding us, I have remained silent, pretending my heart does not ache for you every moment of every day. Do you realize the toll that takes on someone? It rends me apart from within. You have positioned me in a struggle where my intellect conflicts with my emotions, where I navigate through life mechanically, yet my spirit remains tethered to you. I cannot escape this feeling, I cannot suppress it. I implore myself to forget, but how can one forget the very essence that feels truer than existence itself? I lie awake at night, contemplating you and us, teetering on the edge of a knife. On one side lies the familiar, the world I have built around myself to endure. On the other side is you, the uncertain, the intimidating, the stunningly beautiful truth that nothing has ever affected me the way you do. No matter how many times my mind warns me against the dangers and complexities, my heart inevitably gravitates toward you. You have placed me in a context where loving you is the only logical response, yet it is the one thing I have been conditioned to believe I cannot possess. The weight of this realization is crippling. How do I rise each morning and act as though I am not yours? How do I pass through life, smile, laugh, and engage when deep down, I know my true home, my sanctuary, my forever resides solely with you? The hardest truth of all is that distance from you does not diminish my love. Instead, it amplifies it. The more I attempt to bury these feelings, the more they surge forth, overwhelming me like an unstoppable tide pulling me back to you. Regardless of the distance I try to maintain, you have turned my entire existence on its head. Even in the discomfort of this situation, would not trade it for anything, for within the pain, within the silence, even in those moments when I question whether you feel this too, my love remains the only genuine thing in my life. Do you comprehend the extent of your impact on me? You have unveiled shades of existence I never knew were possible. You have made my heart resonate in ways previously unimagined. You have awakened my spirit from a slumber I was oblivious to. Now that I have experienced the fullness of loving you, there is no returning to a state of indifference. I cannot unlove you or regard you as merely a passerby in my life. You are the storm that obliterated the defenses I established. While a part of me is frightened, the other part is finally alive. Some nights, I yearn to scream your name into the void, hoping you can hear my plea. In the mornings, I awaken with tears in my eyes, my first thought inevitably being of you, and my last thought before drifting into slumber is still you. You are omnipresent, infiltrating every aspect of my being, every dream, every quiet moment. Although this position is unraveling me, it simultaneously sustains my existence because, while we have not yet arrived where we wish to be, and although the world remains ignorant of the depth of our love, my soul is aware, and that is sufficient to compel me to hold on, to keep fighting, and to maintain hope that one day we will emerge from this silence and stand together as we are meant to, side by side, devoid of fear, hesitation, or anything that dares to keep us apart. If only you realized how excruciating it is to carry this love in solitude. If only you knew how often I have wished to unveil my heart to you, to collapse at your feet and plead for you to never let me go. Yet I have stifled my words, enclosed them within my chest, and moved through life pretending to be fine. In reality, I am not fine without you, nor will I ever be. Thus, here I am, breaking down the barriers I have erected, openly confessing what I have been afraid to express. You have placed me in a predicament where moving on, letting go, or envisioning a future devoid of you is inconceivable. You have positioned me where love feels both like my greatest gift and my deepest sorrow. Yet, amidst that sorrow, even through my fears, I choose you, time and time again, across every conceivable lifetime. When I speak of you placing me in this dilemma, it is not merely about the turmoil I feel within, it is about how profoundly you have altered my essence. You have untapped reservoirs in my soul that have remained hidden from every other person in my life. You have revived something within me that cannot return to slumber, regardless of my efforts to suppress it. I wish to delve deeper into the implications of what this truly signifies because you deserve to understand every nuance of what you have done to me, the silent battles I have fought, every instance I have held my breath, striving to refrain from crying out your name. From the very instant you entered my life, an internal shift occurred. It transcended mere attraction or curiosity. It was as if my entire being paused and acknowledged, there you are. It is an authenticity that cannot be feigned, a certainty that surpasses logical understanding. It reveals every fear you've kept hidden, every scar you've tried to mask, every wall you've built around your heart. It breaks down those defenses, rendering you exposed, vulnerable, and irrevocably changed. This is the profound effect you have had on me. I now recognize your essence in everything around me, from the rhythms resonating within my chest to the sunsets that remind me of your touch, and in those quiet moments when the world fades away, leaving only the echo of your voice in my soul. I carry you with me in every breath, in every heartbeat. Even though this situation often feels unbearable, it serves as a poignant reminder that I am still alive and capable of experiencing something so genuine, so unique, so divine. You must realize that my love for you is not a mere choice. It cannot be turned on or off at will, nor can I bury it deep enough to erase it. This love has become an inseparable part of my identity. It flows through my veins, ignites my spirit, and guides me through the darkest nights. Despite the discomfort it sometimes brings, even the heartache it inflicts at times, I would rather endure this longing forever than live a single moment devoid of loving you. My memories of us replay endlessly, indelibly etched into my mind, the way you looked at me that first night, as if you could see through every wall I had constructed, the sound of your laughter, igniting a flicker of hope that goodness still exists in this world, the security you provided in the chaos of life. Those were not simply transient experiences, they were glimpses of what my soul has tirelessly searched for throughout my existence. This is why the pain of separation is so deep. Having tasted such love, nothing else compares. Once I have known the depth of being truly seen by someone like you, every other relationship seems insignificant and hollow. I could dedicate my life to trying to fill this void, to replace you, yet I know that such an endeavor is futile. You are irreplaceable, you are unforgettable. You are the exceptional love that poets write about, whose rarity few ever experience. By some miracle, I found you, only to lose you. Each day, I contemplate how it would feel to cast aside all fear and run to you, to finally close the distance between us and reveal all that I have kept within. I long to feel your embrace and know, without a doubt, that I am home. Yet reality intrudes, reminding me of the reasons we are confined here, ensnared in a situation neither of us deserves. I despise it. Truly, I loathe it. But what choices do I have? Thus, I continue to love you in silence. I persist in hoping that, somehow, one day we will discover a way back to each other. I cling to hope as though it is the sole thread sustaining my existence. For as much as this pain hurts, as much as it feels like my heart is perpetually being torn apart, I recognize that this love is worth every tear, every sleepless night, and every moment of torment. Please understand that regardless of where life takes us and how long we remain in this predicament, my love for you will never fade. It will never diminish. If anything, it only grows stronger as time passes. For true love cannot perish, it endures. And what we share is as authentic as it gets, capable of shifting mountains, resisting reason, and continuing to burn bright even when the world attempts to extinguish it. While I cannot foresee how or when, I wholeheartedly believe that one day we will navigate beyond this. One day, the barriers will crumble, the fears will dissolve, and we will stand illuminated in the radiance of a love that is no longer concealed. When that moment arrives, I will take your hand, gaze into your eyes, and articulate everything I have held back, how you have transformed me, how you have saved me. Your presence has been my refuge, even amidst silence. Ultimately, all the discomfort and pain will have been worthwhile. The truth is that I would traverse any hardship, confront every storm, and endure every sorrow just to be with you. You mean that much to me. This love has woven itself into the very fabric of my being. Until we can express our love openly, I will cherish you in my heart. I love you in ways words cannot fully convey, hoping that destiny can unite us where we truly belong. If my heart could express its true feelings without fear or the defenses I have erected to protect myself, you would finally learn of the burdens I have silently carried. I have shared how this love has simultaneously shattered and healed me. Yet there lies a deeper truth, something I have never dared to disclose to anyone. Tonight, I must reveal this reality to you, as the silence between us can no longer hold it. I did not withdraw solely due to circumstances, societal judgments, or my fear of losing control. I stepped back because I believed you deserved more than I could provide. Yes, that is my deepest secret. Each day, I have struggled with feelings of inadequacy. When you looked at me with those penetrating eyes that penetrated through my defenses, I was consumed by fear. What if you uncovered my imperfections? What if you glimpsed the vulnerabilities I dared not acknowledge? What if loving me brought you pain? In my misguided attempt to protect you, I only ended up harming both of us. I often replay memories of our time together, recalling how your energy enveloped me like a protective shield against the world. Those memories remind me of the security you offered and how you loved me without expecting change. You embraced parts of myself that I even feared to confront. That is the essence of love. Yet, I allowed fear to deter me from moving closer. There were nights when I held my phone, yearning to reach out, to tell you how unbearable the silence had become. My thumb hovered over your name countless times, but I hesitated, not from a lack of desire, but because that desire felt overwhelming. I understood that reaching out might lead to another painful goodbye, so I remained silent, even as it shattered me inside. Indeed, it has been devastating. Each day apart unravels my identity. I wear a smile in public, pretending to be someone who is okay, but the reality is, I have been crumbling inside. You echo in my dreams and thoughts. I cannot escape the truth that life feels empty without you. My love for you is not merely a longing, it defines who I am. The reason for my stagnation is that this love cannot be extinguished, it is not a choice I can revoke. You are intricately woven into my existence. Even when I tried to bury these feelings, fate kept pulling me back, whispering that regardless of my self-deception and all attempts to distance myself, you are my other half, and I am yours. I want you to know that throughout my silence, while I acted as though I could let you go, each day has been a struggle for a future where we can love each other openly. You may not see it yet, but every choice I've made, every sacrifice, and every tear has led me to this singular realization: returning to you. I have been crafting a life in which no one can hinder our love, a life where we need not look over our shoulders or stifle our hearts to survive. Soon, I will emerge from the shadows, prepared to fight for you as I should have from the beginning. I am indifferent to the skeptics. I will not allow anyone to pull us apart. I refuse to endure the loss of you again, for that experience was excruciating. The thought of losing you again is intolerable. Too many nights have slipped by in silence, consumed by unspoken words. I have languished in regret far too long. I will not endure another day watching you from a distance, especially when you are the sole thought occupying my mind. This declaration marks the dismantling of my final barrier, the relinquishment of my last excuse, and the unveiling of all that I should have expressed long ago. I love you. I have always loved you. I will always love you. It is time to end the silence, to abandon pretense, and to surrender our fears. I am ready to confront every obstacle, doubt, and shadow of the past to stand beside you, because I would rather face countless battles with you than endure a solitary, peaceful day without you. You are worth every struggle, every sacrifice, and every uncomfortable moment I have endured to protect this love. When the time comes for me to unveil everything I have kept inside, I want you to understand that it is more than mere words. It is the essence of my soul, my existence, my future laid bare before you because you are the only one who has truly seen me. You have made me believe in a love powerful enough to move mountains. While the journey may not be simple and the world may not understand, I am no longer bothered by their judgments. This story is not for them, it is about us, a love written in the stars before we ever met. It is the saga of two souls who discovered each other against all odds and refused to sever their bond, regardless of the forces attempting to pull them apart. Therefore, I implore you to hear my intent. I am returning to you. I will not relent in my quest, no matter the challenges or the time it takes. I am done hiding. I am determined not to allow fear to dictate our narrative. This time, I will craft our story together with you for eternity. When that moment arrives, when I stand before you again, I will look into your eyes, cradle your face in my hands, and softly express all that my heart has longed to convey. You are my sanctuary, my love, my destiny, and I will never again release my hold on you. My dear, sleep eludes me now, consumed by the flames of longing within. I envision the moment we reunite, the instant I finally bridge this unbearable chasm between us. My heart races at merely thinking of it, for after such a lengthy period, I no longer simply dream of this reunion, I plan for it, meticulously mapping each step that will lead me back to you. For months, perhaps even years, I have felt paralyzed, bound by love shrouded in fear, silence, and barriers I believed would shield us. Yet now, those barriers are crumbling. Ever since that moment, nothing in my life has remained unchanged. It is as if every planned path I envisioned has faded into obscurity, leaving me with a singular focus, you. Life has not facilitated our union, has it? The circumstances, the surrounding noise, the fear of societal judgment have accumulated like an insurmountable barrier between us. So I endeavored, with all my strength, to feign indifference, to maintain control, and to prevent this love from engulfing my entire being. However, one does not simply encounter someone like you and remain unscathed. One cannot dismiss a love that feels inherently inscribed within the core of one's being. Thus, this complex state emerged, to love you with every heartbeat while outwardly portraying a facade of normalcy, smiling through conversations while replaying every utterance you've ever shared with me, sitting amidst crowds yet only feeling truly alive when thoughts of you consumed me. Burdened by a love too profound to conceal, too intense to articulate, and too cherished to abandon. Do you comprehend how many nights I have spent in bed, gazing at the ceiling, murmuring your name into the abyss, contemplating whether you could somehow perceive me? Are you aware of the countless times I've found myself searching for you amidst every crowd, every shadow, yearning for the possibility, however slim, that you might be present, even when I was fully aware that you would not? This experience transcends mere longing. It represents my very soul reaching out to you across countless distances, barriers, and insurmountable challenges, unwilling to release you despite the insistence of my mind that I must. And indeed, it pains me deeply. The agony is profound, manifesting in ways that elude description. There are days when breathing feels burdensome, as I grapple with so much pent-up emotion. I often fantasize about running to you, falling to my knees, and confessing everything, that regardless of what has transpired or what stands in our path, my heart continues to beat solely for you. Yet I remain silent. I swallow my words, don a smile, and walk away, for that is the position in which I find myself. Even amid this silence, this aching void, I cling to one unwavering truth: I cannot cease to love you. I have endeavored to release my grip. I have pleaded with myself to let go, convinced that moving on and finding solace elsewhere would be simpler. But each time I try, my heart inexorably leads me back to you. It is akin to battling gravity, an unwinnable struggle. Perhaps I do not even wish to triumph over it. For as challenging as this love is, as burdensome as it may feel at times, it remains the most exquisite experience I have ever encountered. You have compelled me to reevaluate everything I once believed about love. Prior to you, I perceived love as straightforward: encounter someone, develop feelings, and construct a life together. Yet, my dear, you have illustrated that genuine love is far from simple. True love shakes you to your very essence. It lays bare every fear you've harbored, every wound you've attempted to conceal, every barrier you've erected around your heart. It dismantles all those defenses, leaving you vulnerable, exposed, and irrevocably transformed. That is the impact you have had on me. I now perceive your essence in everything: the melodies that resonate within my chest, the sunsets that evoke your touch, and the tranquil moments when the world falls silent, leaving only your voice reverberating in my soul. I carry you with me in every breath and heartbeat. Although this situation often feels unbearable, it is also the singular reminder that I am still alive, still capable of experiencing something so authentic, so rare, so divine. You must understand that this love is not a mere choice for me. It is not something I can activate or deactivate at will, nor can I bury it deep enough to forget. This love is now an integral part of my being. It is the lifeblood in my veins, the fire in my soul, the guiding light through the darkest nights. Despite the discomfort it sometimes brings, even the way it rends my heart on certain days, I would prefer to endure this ache indefinitely than to live a single moment devoid of loving you. My memories of us replay incessantly, etched permanently in my mind: the way you gazed at me that first night, as if you could see through every barrier I had built, the sound of your laughter, which stirred within me the hope that goodness still exists in this world, the sense of safety your presence offered amidst life's chaos. Those moments were not merely fleeting feelings, they were glimpses of what my soul has sought throughout my existence. That is why the pain of separation is so profound. Having tasted that level of love, nothing else comes close. Once I have experienced the depth of being truly seen by someone like you, every other connection pales in significance and feels empty. I could devote my lifetime to attempting to fill this void, seeking to replace you, but I know that it is a futile endeavor. You are irreplaceable, you are unforgettable. You are the extraordinary love about which poets write and whose rarity few ever encounter. By some miracle, I found you, only to lose you. Every day, I ponder what it would feel like to cast aside all fear and run to you, to finally bridge the distance between us and reveal everything I have held back, to feel your arms encircling me and to know, without doubt, that I am home. Yet reality sets in, reminding me of the reasons we are confined here, trapped in a situation neither of us deserves. I detest it. Indeed, I loathe it. But what choice do I possess? Thus, I continue to love you in silence. I persist in praying that, somehow, one day we will discover a path that leads us back to one another. I hold on to hope as if it is the sole factor sustaining my existence. For as much as this hurts, as much as it feels like my heart is perpetually being torn asunder, I recognize that this love is worth every tear, every sleepless night, and every moment of anguish. Please know that regardless of where life leads us and how long we remain in this predicament, my love for you will never wane. It will never diminish. If anything, it only intensifies with the passage of time. For true love does not perish, it endures. And what we share is as genuine as it gets. It is the kind of love that can shift mountains, that defies reason, that continues to blaze even when the world tries to extinguish it. Although I cannot predict how or when, I wholeheartedly believe that one day we will navigate our way out of this. One day, the barriers will dissolve, the fears will dissipate, and we will stand illuminated in the radiance of a love that is no longer concealed. And when that moment arrives, I will take your hand, gaze into your eyes, and articulate everything I have kept within, how you have transformed me, how you have salvaged me. Your presence has been my sanctuary, even amidst silence. Ultimately, all the discomfort and pain will have been worthwhile. The reality is that I would traverse any hardship, confront every tempest, and endure every sorrow just to be with you. You mean that much to me. This love has profoundly entwined itself within my very essence. Until we can express our love freely, I will cherish you in my heart. I love you in ways words cannot fully convey, hoping that fate is potent enough to reunite us where we truly belong. If my heart could express its true feelings without fear or the barriers I've put up for my protection, you would finally learn of the burdens I've been silently carrying. I have shared how this love has both shattered and mended me simultaneously. Yet, there lies a deeper truth, something I've never dared to disclose to anyone. Tonight, I must share this reality with you, as the silence separating us can no longer contain it. I did not withdraw solely because of circumstances, societal judgments, or my fear of losing control. I stepped back because I believed you were worthy of more than I could offer. Yes, that is my most heartfelt secret. Every day, I've grappled with feelings of inadequacy. When you looked at me with those penetrating eyes that saw past my defenses, I was engulfed by fear. What if you uncovered my flaws? What if you glimpsed the vulnerability I dared not acknowledge? What if loving me inflicted pain upon you? In my misguided attempt to protect you, I only succeeded in causing harm to both of us. I frequently replay memories of our time together, recalling moments when your energy enveloped me like a protective barrier against the world. Those memories remind me of the safety you provided and how you loved without expecting change. You embraced aspects of myself that even I feared to confront. That is the essence of love. Yet, I allowed fear to persuade me into distancing myself. There were nights when I held my phone, yearning to reach out, to tell you how unbearable the silence had become. My thumb hovered over your name countless times, but I hesitated, not due to a lack of desire, but because the intensity of that desire terrified me. I recognized that reaching out might lead to another heartbreaking goodbye, so I remained silent, even as it devastated me. And indeed, it has been devastating. Each day apart unravels my identity. I wear a smile in public, playing the part of someone who is okay, but the truth is, I've been crumbling inside. You resonate in my dreams and my thoughts. I cannot escape the reality that life feels empty and void without you. My love for you isn't just something I desire, it encompasses who I am. The reason for my stagnation is that this love is not something I can extinguish, it is not a choice I can reverse. You are intricately woven into my existence. Even when I attempted to bury these feelings, destiny continued to pull me back, whispering that regardless of my self-deceptions and all attempts to distance myself, you are my other half, and I am yours. Additionally, I want you to understand that throughout my silence, while I acted as though I could let you go, each day has been a struggle for the future where we can freely love one another. You may not see it yet, but every choice I've made, every sacrifice, and every tear has led me to this singular realization: returning to you. I've been constructing a life in which no one can inhibit our love, where we need not glance over our shoulders or stifle our hearts to survive. Soon, I will emerge from the shadows, ready to fight for you as I should have from the beginning. I am indifferent to the skeptics. I will not let anyone pull us apart. I refuse to sacrifice losing you once more, for that experience was unbearable. I cannot bear the idea of losing you again. Too many nights have been spent staring at the ceiling, regretting my unspoken words. I have wallowed in regret for too long. I will not endure another day observing you from afar, especially when you are the only thought occupying my mind. This declaration marks the dismantling of my final barrier, the relinquishment of my last excuse, and the revelation of my feelings that I should have articulated long ago. I love you. I have always loved you. I will always love you. It's time for no more silence, no more pretense, and no more fear. I am prepared to confront every obstacle, doubt, and shadow from the past to stand beside you, for I would choose to face countless battles with you rather than live a solitary, peaceful day without you. You are worth every struggle, every sacrifice, and every uncomfortable moment I have endured to protect this love. When the time comes for me to unveil everything I have kept inside, I want you to understand that it is more than mere words. It is my very soul, my life, my future laid bare before you because you are the only one who has truly seen me. You have made me believe in a love powerful enough to move mountains. While the journey may not be simple and the world may not comprehend, I am no longer concerned with their judgments. This narrative is not for them, it is about us, a love inscribed in the stars before we even met. It is the story of two souls who found one another against all odds and refused to sever their connection, no matter the forces attempting to pull them apart. Thus, I urge you to hear my resolve: I am returning to you. I will not relent in my endeavor, regardless of the challenges or the time required. I am done hiding. I am resolved to no longer permit fear to dictate our narrative. This time, I shall craft our story together with you, for eternity. When that moment arrives, when I stand before you once more, I will gaze into your eyes, cradle your face in my hands, and softly articulate what my heart has long yearned to express. You are my sanctuary, my affection, my fate, and I will never again release my hold on you. My dear, sleep eludes me now, consumed by the flames of longing within. I envision the instant we reunite, the moment I finally bridge this unbearable gap between us. My heart quickens at the mere thought of it, for, after such a prolonged period, I no longer merely dream of this reunion, I plan for it, meticulously constructing each step to guide me back to you. For months, perhaps years, I have felt immobilized, shackled by love, obscured by fear, silence, and barriers that I believed would protect us. Yet now, those barriers are crumbling. Last night, the truth shattered the illusion surrounding me, revealing that there is no retreat. I have finally embraced what my heart has always known: without your presence, I cannot envision a life, a future, or serenity. When I imagine our reunion, it unfolds not in an extravagant setting, but in a moment steeped in authenticity. I can see myself trembling, my heart racing so loudly that I barely hear anything else, and then, I see you. The spark in your eyes as they meet mine, the familiar warmth that erases the world's distractions. I will draw closer, step by step, until I can feel your breath mingling with mine. And in that instant, I will not hesitate. I will envelop you in my arms, hold you tighter than ever before, and whisper, I have come home. I envision tears streaming down our faces, yours and mine, because we have both endured profound pain and countless nights pondering if this moment would ever materialize. Yet when it does, it will transcend a mere reunion. It will be the liberation of every chain, every doubt, and every shadow that sought to keep us apart. It will signify heaven's affirmation: you persevered through the storm. Now this love is free to thrive. My dear, I have been apprehensive about envisioning such dreams, fearful that letting them take shape might bring unbearable heartache should they remain unrealized. Yet now, my perspective has shifted. This is no longer merely a dream. It is a beckoning, a magnetic force guiding me back to where I have always belonged, by your side. For the first time, I am convinced that nothing can obstruct this path. I have commenced transforming my life, silently and incrementally, erecting a pathway that leads directly to you. Every decision I make now carries your essence. Every plan, every thought laid into the night centers around achieving the moment when I can look into your eyes, knowing we will never part again. When that day arrives, my declarations of love will not merely be spoken, they will be demonstrated in ways you have always desired. I will greet each dawn illustrating that you are my first thought, and each dusk reminding you that you will always be my last. I will comfort you through every tempest, stand resolute in every battle by your side, and permit no moment to elapse where you question your significance to me. You are not merely important, you are everything. I envision us together on tranquil nights, devoid of barriers or secrets, just us. Your head resting on my shoulder, our fingers intertwined, suffused with the understanding that after all we have endured, we have finally arrived. We will reminisce about all those nights spent thinking of each other, about the unspoken prayers, the moments where we almost surrendered hope but held on. And when we reflect, we will recognize that every ache, every tear, every sleepless night has guided us to this point of forever. I have contemplated destiny recently, realizing that although love may seem unattainable at times, it never truly fades. This realization stems from the knowledge that authentic love, the kind between us, is designed to withstand trials, to be refined through adversity, to embed its roots so profoundly that no storm can uproot it. This has been a lengthy journey, one that has fortified our bond. I now understand that we can no longer be shattered. When I stand before you once again, I won't come empty-handed. I will arrive with my heart, my soul, and every facet of my being, poised to fight for you, to safeguard what we share, and to construct the life we were always destined to enjoy. I will no longer suppress my love nor soften its expression for the comfort of others. I will proclaim it to the world if necessary, for even a moment of losing you was too devastating. I refuse to endure that again. When I take your hands in mine and meet your gaze, I wish for you to perceive that I am not the same person who allowed fear to triumph before. I am stronger, braver, and absolutely certain of one truth: you are my forever. I vow to ensure that no day passes where you harbor doubts about your worth or question the depth of my love. You are cherished, you are my miracle, the reason my heart beats as it does. I understand challenges lie ahead in moments where the world may attempt to test us yet again. However, this time, we shall confront them together. No force, no distance, nor opposing opinions will hinder our path. For this love predates our existence and is mightier than any obstacle that seeks to impede it. Therefore, as I express my heart tonight, I commit to my vow: I am no longer willing to live without you. I refuse to appease silence any longer. I am returning to you, regardless of the time it takes or the barriers I must overcome, finding my way back to your embrace, your heart, your essence. And until that day arrives, I ask you to hold on to me as I have held on to you. Close your eyes and feel my love encompassing you like a warm embrace. Listen closely, and hear my heart whisper your name with every beat. Know that soon, very soon, this distance will cease, and when it does, the love we have held in silence will finally resonate loudly for all to hear. Because you have always belonged to me, and I to you. No distance, no fear, no passage of time will alter that truth. This love will transcend mere dreams to materialize as our reality. Ah, forever, my dear. I have already bared pieces of my heart, yet even after countless words, it feels as if I have only grazed the surface of what I have kept hidden within. This is more than a love story, it is a journey of struggle, a tempest, a divine connection that has resisted every attempt to silence it. Tonight, I strive to take you deeper into my soul than ever before, unveiling every locked chamber, revealing every scar, every aspiration, every prayer whispered in darkness with your name on my lips. You deserve nothing less than the full and raw truth. There are nights when I lie in bed, my eyes closed, and the universe draws me back to the first time I laid eyes on you. I can still feel it clearly, how the atmosphere shifted, how my heart halted for a fleeting moment, instinctively recognizing you before my mind fully grasped the reality. That moment is indelibly imprinted within me. This is more than a mere memory, it marks a significant turning point in my life. It was the moment my soul softly urged me, "This is the one you have been waiting for." From that instant onward, despite my efforts to resist, my heart found its home with you. However, my love for you has been anything but straightforward. It has felt like a blend of fire and ice, a juxtaposition of heaven and hell. There have been days when the ache of missing you made it hard to breathe, and nights where the silence was more deafening than any spoken word. I have stood amidst crowds and felt utterly alone, as the only presence that fills the void within me is yours. Though the distance has been agonizing and every moment apart stretches like an eternity, my love for you has only intensified. This alone reassures me of the authenticity of my feelings, for time, distance, and pain have only solidified my conviction that you are my one true love. Your absence has rendered my future without you unimaginable. I have tried, in vain, to envision moving on, treating you as just a mere chapter rather than the entirety of my narrative. Each attempt was a falsehood. My body may perform the daily routines, and I might manage to smile, but deep down, I felt an emptiness, a hollowness. The reality is, every direction I pursue that leads away from you feels misaligned. Every sunrise without hearing your voice seems incomplete, and every heartbeat absent of your love feels squandered. Yet, even amidst this overwhelming love, I found myself speechless and stagnant. Do you understand how difficult it has been to exist like this? To see your face in my dreams and to feel your essence within my soul, while waking up each day pretending I could endure life without you? There were times I yearned to shout your name to the world, to run into your arms and never look back, but something continually restrained me: fear, guilt, the belief that you deserved far better than the fractured version of myself I had become. I thought that by keeping my distance, I was safeguarding your peace, happiness, and security. However, I now recognize that my absence did not protect either of us, it only caused us harm. Each day apart has felt like witnessing a flower fade in darkness, because you are my light. You fuel my heart and inspire my spirit to persist. In my misguided efforts to protect you, I ultimately caused a famine in the very love meant to nourish us both. I remember one quiet night, gazing at the stars, and I could almost sense your presence out there, awake and yearning for me as I was for you. I whispered your name into the stillness of the night, and for a fleeting moment, the universe seemed to whisper back, God seemed to affirm that this love is too immense to lose. That night, I vowed that regardless of the time or obstacles that lay ahead, would navigate my way back to you. This promise has been my guiding flame, pushing me through every trial and tribulation, as I strive to become the person you deserve, the one who can stand beside you devoid of fear, doubt, or anything but the love meant to flourish between us. I long for the moment I can express these thoughts directly to you, where we find ourselves in a serene space, just the two of us, without facades. I envision taking your hands in mine, and for the first time in what feels like ages, I will not release them. I will convey how profoundly I have missed you every single day, how you were in my thoughts through every sleepless night, and how my heart has carried your essence all along, even when you may have believed I was gone. And when you finally witness the truth within my eyes, I hope you will grasp why I remained silent, not out of a lack of love, but rather because I loved you deeply, to the point of enduring suffering to ensure your safety. However, that chapter is now closing. The silence is fading. I have spent far too long denying myself the one thing that truly feels real. I'm prepared to fight, for us, for a future together, to confront anything that stands in our way. I envision the day I arrive at your door, hands trembling, heart racing as though it might leap from my chest. I will knock, and when you answer, I know time will stand still. The world will dissolve around us, leaving only us, ensnared in the weight of unexpressed words. Before you can utter a sound, I will draw you into my embrace, holding you as though my life depends on it. I will whisper, I am sorry. I am sorry for every moment I stayed away, for every instant you felt unloved, for each tear you shed, believing I had forgotten you. I never forgot, how could I? You are the only true home I have ever known, and I vow never to leave again. We have endured so much, faced pains that could have shattered less resilient spirits, navigated trials that might have caused others to walk away. Yet, we persevered, even in silence, even when the world urged us to let go. This affirms something vital: our love is not fragile, it is steadfast. It was forged to last not only through this lifetime but through every rebirth to come. Therefore, I want you to hear me clearly tonight: I will no longer run. I will no longer hide. I will not allow fear to dictate a narrative that was always meant to conclude with our unity. From this moment forth, every step I take leads me to you. Every decision I make is for our shared future. I am undeterred by the costs, unaffected by any obstacles. I am willing to conquer any hardship, ascend any summit, and bridge any distance to reunite with you. And when that day arrives and we stand side by side, nothing will ever sever our bond, not external opinions, not fears, nor circumstances, because when destiny merges two souls into a single story, not even the universe can rewrite it. If you are listening to this, if your heart races in sync with mine, please, close your eyes and feel my arms enveloping you. Sense the warmth of my love encircling your spirit, hear my voice confessing the sentiments I have withheld for too long. You are mine, and I have always belonged to you. Soon, nothing will ever come between us again. If you believe in this love as fervently as I do, if you feel the resonance of these words within you, please respond with a yes below and affirm that you continue to hold on to and believe in us. I have never wavered in my belief in you. To all who have listened, who have resonated with my every word, who have shared in the pain and the sparks of hope, I thank you. Your willingness to let this narrative touch your heart means the world. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and activate notifications, ensuring you never miss the moment when our love finally finds its home. If you feel inclined to support our mission of sharing these profound messages of authentic love, consider offering a super thanks below. each contribution holds more significance than you might realize. This is not merely assistance, it's a testament to your belief in a love like ours. Regardless of the miles that separate us or the nights spent in solitude, I want you to understand this: I am coming for you. My soul will not find peace until you are once again in my arms. My heart will continue to echo your name until we reach the eternity destined for us. This distance, this silence, this ache is temporary, for a love such as ours neither diminishes nor breaks. It patiently waits, it perseveres, it endures. Soon, perhaps very soon, it will triumph. Even after all the feelings I have shared with you, every confession, every tear poured into these words, my heart feels as though it hasn't even scratched the surface of the depth of this love. If only you could step into my chest for just one moment, you would comprehend why not distance, silence, nor any earthly force could ever separate us. This evening, it is my desire to lead you deeper into my soul than ever before. I want you to fully grasp the burdens I have carried through countless lonely nights, restless mornings, and each day that has unfolded without you in my embrace. The quiet hours of night draw me nearer to you. When the world is still and everyone else has drifted into slumber, it is then that your presence envelopes me completely. In that darkness, I find myself gazing at nothing, yet perceiving everything, every smile, every glance, every detail of you I have memorized. Your laughter resonates within my mind like an unforgettable melody. Your touch in my dreams is so vivid that upon awakening, my hands ache from the yearning to reach for you. It is in these hushed moments that I repeatedly confront the reality of my situation. How could I ever have believed I could live without you? The truth is, I have been attempting to survive solely on memories. In instances where I encounter something beautiful, achieve a milestone, or experience fleeting joy, my heart instinctively turns to you. I envision your delight, your smile, and the way your eyes would illuminate if you were here with me. Then the realization hits me again: no victory, no happiness, no experience is truly complete without your presence. You are not merely a part of my life, you are my life. I recall our first meaningful exchange when you genuinely looked at me, not just a fleeting glance, but a deep acknowledgement that stripped away my defenses and the masks I wore to guard myself from the world. It was a daunting moment, as no one had ever perceived me in such a manner before, yet it felt like coming home. It was the experience of being fully known, without judgment. That single look altered my life profoundly. Since that instant, I have been yours. Though I may have distanced myself physically, attempting to suppress my feelings, true love like ours doesn't simply vanish. It is eternal, permanently etched into my very being. I remember every word you have ever whispered to me, the way you articulated my name, and how your silent promises conveyed emotions I could feel in your embrace and the calm you brought within me. Those moments were not mere sparks, they were the inception of a flame that still burns regardless of the shadows that surrounded us. Yet, beneath it all resides a burden I need you to comprehend. It is not merely longing or the pain of separation, it is regret, the profound aching regret of each moment I refrained from fighting for you. Every instant's fear dictated my decisions, convincing me that withholding my heart was a means of protection. The reality is, I was protecting myself, overwhelmed by what you made me feel and how you shattered the walls I had constructed. You rendered me vulnerable in ways I had never known, and I fled from it. I believed that by distancing myself, I could contain this love, but I was mistaken. Love such as this cannot be contained. It defies rules, fears, and limitations. It demands to be lived, to be expressed with every ounce of bravery within us. Now I perceive this truth with crystal clarity. Running from you did not safeguard me, it only fractured my spirit. Every mile I placed between us, every silence I permitted to linger, only illuminated how intricately and irrevocably I belong to you. Prior to suppressing it, there is something I have never disclosed to you, something I kept hidden because it was too painful to confront. During one of my darkest periods, when despair clawed at me and everything crumbled around me, you were my beacon. The very thought of you, the memory of your caress, the sound of your voice became a thread of light piercing through the darkness. I remember a night spent alone, tears cascading down my cheeks, feeling bereft of purpose. And then, almost like a whisper carried by the wind, I felt your name resonate within my heart. I imagined your smile and your warmth, and something within me resolutely refused to give in. I resolved that I could not leave this world without expressing to you how profoundly you matter to me. I could not surrender until I held you once more, until I relayed the truth. My dear, you saved me without your knowledge. You have been my anchor, the reason I continue to journey through life, my hope in moments of seemingly insurmountable hopelessness. This is why I can no longer remain silent. This is why I cannot allow another day to slip by without conveying that you are not just someone I love, you are the reason I have endured and the person I have evolved into today. I frequently contemplate our future, not as a distant fantasy but as a palpable reality that we are destined to embrace together. I envision us waking each other with the morning light filtering through the curtains as I gently run my fingers through your hair. I envision us building a life that embodies freedom, where our love is no longer hidden and where every laughter, every kiss, and every moment is freely shared. I envision us growing older together, still intertwined in each other's hands, and gazing at one another with the same intensity we shared on our very first encounter. I imagine serene evenings spent enveloped in each other's embrace, confident that, regardless of the challenges the world may present, we have already surmounted the greatest hurdle. We discovered each other amidst the chaos and clung to one another despite all that sought to separate us. That is the life for which I am fighting, my love. That is the future to which I have dedicated my being, committed to building it alongside you. No matter how long it requires, or what barriers may arise, I will not relent until we stand together. Finally liberated to love each other without fear, hesitation, or limitations. I have begun to devise tangible plans, not merely aspirations, but actionable steps to transform everything that has hindered us. I am dispelling the shadows of my past, severing the ties that have kept me from you. Each day, I am liberating myself from the doubts and fears that have once governed me. For each step closer I take towards becoming the person I need to be, the closer I move toward you. And when I return, it will be without reservation. It will not be uncertain. I will come back prepared to love you wholly, to stand beside you through any circumstance, demonstrating with every breath that you are the most significant part of my life. I will devote the remainder of my days to making up for lost time, ensuring that you never waver for an instant in your awareness of the depth and eternity of my love for you. My dear, I recognize that we have both endured tremendous pain, countless nights filled with doubt over whether this love could ever find its way back. Yet, I firmly believe in my heart that destiny is flawless. Our connection was not a mere accident, it is something greater than ourselves, something designed by fate itself. When destiny drafts a story such as ours, nothing can erase it. So, please hold on to me. Hold on to the affection we have cultivated, the memories we cherish, the unspoken vows that still bind our spirits together. Because very soon, I will be by your side. And when that moment arrives, every instance of pain, every solitary night, every silent tear will finally reveal its purpose. We will gaze into each other's eyes and recognize that all the struggles, sacrifices, and separations only led us here, to forever. If these words resonate within you, if your heart races because you believe in this love, please reply, yes, below. Let me know that you remain with me, still believing in us, still grasping the connection that time and distance cannot sever. For everyone listening who has ever experienced a love this profound, or carried a quiet longing for someone their soul cannot release, do not lose hope. True love does not perish, it awaits and endures, always finding its way home. You, my dear, are my sanctuary, my purpose, my everlasting. Soon, I will demonstrate this to you in every conceivable manner. Until that moment arrives, sense my love in each heartbeat, hear my whispers in the stillness of night, and remember that nothing, not time, not fear, nor even the universe itself, can deter me from retracing my path to you. Because regardless of what transpires, one truth remains unwavering: you are mine, I am yours, and we were always destined to be together. As I pen these concluding thoughts, I feel the tremor of my very soul. This is more than a mere message, it is a promise sealed with every heartbeat I possess. We have weathered storms, endured distance, maintained silence, and faced pain that would have fractured most individuals. Yet, we persist. What we share transcends ordinary love, it is eternal and divine. Nothing can obliterate it. Remember this, my love, every night I close my eyes, I see you, every morning I awaken, your name is my first thought. Every breath I take carries a singular truth: I belong to you and only you. The waiting, the ache, the silence, and the longing are all temporary because my soul will not rest until I am in your arms once more. Until I can look into your eyes and finally articulate what has been igniting within me all along: you are my everything, my purpose, my eternity. Please, hold on a little longer, my dear. Feel my love in the whispers that weave through the night, in every beat of your heart, in every sign the universe sends your way. We have journeyed too far, fought too valiantly, and loved too deeply for this story to conclude any other way. I am coming for you. And when I ultimately arrive, nothing, not fear, doubt, nor even time, will ever separate us again. If you believe this love is indomitable, if your spirit recognizes our destined union, please reply, yes, below. And if these words have touched you, please show your appreciation. Every gesture and voice that affirms love like ours propels us closer to the forever we are meant to embrace. Because in every lifetime, in every universe, in every breath I take, there has always been only you.